Jackson, Caesar is as ambitious as his name precedes him. Does he see himself a villain?
As a villain?
Yes.
Um, no, he sees himself as the hero. He sees himself as he sees himself elevated, that's for sure. He operates on a different plane to the rest of the characters that we've seen in House of Ashur.
What is it about Cornelia that makes her, though, so trusted?
Hmm. Well, it's their history, They're two strong forces that found each other and collided, and behind every powerful force, there's a powerful partner, and I think they had a mutual um, level of ambition, and they, you know, saw that together they could become even more forceful.
How would you describe Caesar's opinion of Ashur? There seems to be quite a disdain there.
Yeah, he's kind of like, like if you had a bunch of pet animals and you had one least favorite, it's probably like how he sees Asher, you know? Kind of like the runt of the litter. He's like, why have I still kept this pet dog? But I guess I'll keep him because it's kind of amusing to kick him now and then. It's pretty horrible, really, when I say that out loud. But yeah, that's how he sees him.
What motivates him to push Ashur to kill Viridia's father? Is it to loyalty to check him? Is it to all of the above?
Well, I think Caesar sees the people in Capua as kind of like playthings, kind of like chess pieces on a board. He sort of dehumanizes them from the very beginning. So for him, it's not really seen it as killing someone. It's more like it's just maneuver. It's all politics, and he's very clever in that. That why get your hands dirty when you can get you know, get the help to do it.
There's so much ambition to him. Is it all about keeping the role of Caesar then? Keeping that title?
Not just keeping, it's also growing. Like we're meeting Caesar at a younger point in his life, but we know historically where that man rises to. He becomes the emperor of the Roman Empire. So the ambition knows no end to him. It's just he views himself as a god on the make, and nothing and no one will stand in his way, which I think is what's so uh, delicious and exciting about his demise in the show is that it's so unforeseen and so unpredictable, and even he's kind of shocked that that happens to him.
I mean, you talk about how far he'll go. Does that mean even sacrificing Cornelia?
Oof. That's a good question. No, I don't. Oh, oof. No, I don't think so. I think there is one person he is loyal to, and that is Cornelia. I don't think he would sacrifice her. She might sacrifice him, though. Who knows? Maybe.
Well, it is. It does seem to be one big game, and we see that when they're playing these little tiles fit together and fit together and fit together over here before a checkmate happens. Uh, their version of a checkmate happens, and I kind of see that playing out with the death of Viridia's father. Sort of, he's Caesar's face when this is happening. He actually seems surprised, either that Asher was able to pull it off or that it even happened, let alone what's going through his mind at that moment.
Well, I think he's always thinking, he's always like his opportunity and like react quickly. I think he's surprised at Ash's cunningness in his involvement in the death of Gabinius. In the same way that Caesar was like, I want this to happen, but I'm not going to get my hands bloodied in this act. Someone else will do it for me. Ashur, in his own way, has done the same thing. He's kind of removed himself from getting well till the very end when he actually does kill him. But up to that point, he's kind of done the same thing. I think there's a part of Caesar's like, oh yeah, okay, well played, Syrian.
Okay, we have a big finale coming up where
Yes.
there's this push to put Rome back the way it was, sort of at the same time, while politically climb, to mark out Spartacus's name and sort of reinvent Rome, maybe bigger and better. Is that where we see Caesar when we come to this finale?
Um, yes, that is. I think that's what's so entertaining about the finale is it's very, like I said, very unexpected. And in Caesar's mind, he's just on his way of to carry out his grander plan. And the thought of Asher even speaking up to him, let alone striking him down, is uh, amusing to him almost. Like I feel like he's laughing in shock and disbelief all the way to the very end, which ultimately is what is his demise. Un underestimating um, the savage in Asher.
I mean, I feel like we see a little key to that when Asher is telling Pompey, like I was just a lowly person back then on the back, on the big overhead. You Caesar wasn't there at the the time
Mhm.
when he says, like, oh, like I was just a lowly Syrian at that time. I didn't have the, status I had back then. And I think
Mhm.
that's probably where Caesar could have been clued in to Asher's abilities, the snake that lives within the. You can only kick a lowly least favorite pet, as you put it, for so
I
long.
know, because he underestimated him. He underestimated him. Again, I don't think the audiences will see that coming, so it's quite hopefully quite an exciting and unpredictable end to the season.
Was that your favorite scene to shoot then? The final one where Asher takes him down?
I mean, it's never fun to get your face smashed in by a sword,
Sure, sure.
but I mean the yeah, that was one of my favorites. I think also the scenes in the Colosseum were always really fun days because you're giving these grand speeches in front of 400 extras, and it's the atmosphere and the noise is like pretty amazing. And then you get to watch the other actors and stunt performers do these incredible battles. But our final fight scene was epic, and it was like 3 or 4 days of filming, and there's a lot of training leading up to that one moment, and um, yeah, it was exciting. You've got the villa's on fire. There's a massive rain machine. Like it was a very fun way to go out.
You're so good in this role. What did you personally take away from your time? Well, I mean, I know the difference between Jackson and Caesar, and you laugh at because I think you laugh because it amuses you that Caesar was, I tell you, you're good at this bad person. Um, but what did you personally learn or take away from your time here on the series?
Mm, what did I take away from it? Um, well, I really tried to subvert the expectation when it came to he was the villain in the series, but how can you make a character that's doing bad things still likable and appealing? And um, that was the kind of the challenge of how to on the page what was going on was pretty horrific, but then he doesn't think it's horrific. He still thinks he's just living his best life. So that was the challenge. What did I take out from it? just being able to deliver in that sort of arena style show, you know, kind of getting the opportunity to kind of stand up in front of an arena full of people and deliver these big speeches and the physicality of a show like this. Uh, I've worked on shows similar that have a high level of physicality, but it's always fun to go through some sort of physical transformation process and train and really feel like you're building a character from the ground up. Um, I don't know if I'm answering your question. I'm just waffling, but there's
Sure,
some of
I
the
think
things that I.
I think that lesson maybe of on villainy took you to My Life is Murder a little bit too to make him charming. Well, well, still, those little jellyfish murdered, murderers.
I know. I feel like it's definitely my villain era, which I'm kind of excited by. It's there's a real freedom when you get given the gift of characters like this to kind of how far can you push it. Um, so no, it's been quite a nice, energetic shift.
Well, those were all of my questions, Jackson. Thank you again for fitting me in. You were so I told you you were good at being Caesar, but you're very good at being Caesar. Um,
Thank
so
you. I
maybe you
appreciate
learned that the villainy streak in you could continue at some point.
that's I will take that on board. I think you're right. I think that's the way forward.